Tonight, the city's in mourning after today's tragic school bus crash that took the lives of 2 young students and a teacher's aide.
Plus, parents with heavy hearts reunited with their children. Our cameras were there as a mother pulls her daughter safely in her arms. That little girl has an eyewitness account to the crash. We're hearing from her coming up.
Live from the station that's on your side, this is 6 News at 11.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Gene Patterson.
I'm Lori Tucker. Tonight, the community reeling after a school bus crash leaves 3 people dead and sends several others to the hospital.
We have been following this story for you since we brought it to you as breaking news on 6 News at 4.
The buses were from Chilhowie Intermediate and Sunnyview Primary School. A woman and 2 girls were killed.
Our team coverage continues tonight. Both of our reporters, Cameron Taylor and Kayla Strayer, have been on the scene off Asheville Highway all afternoon.
We begin with Cameron right now, who has the very latest on the investigation. And Cameron, what answers have you found out?
Well, Lori, I'm here on Asheville Highway right behind me. As you can see, it is still closed and isn't expected to reopen until at least midnight. Now, I've been here since around 3 o'clock getting more information as it continues to come in. The latest I'm hearing from the Knoxville Police Department is that the National Transportation Safety Board will be helping out with this investigation. Also, I'm learning that the Tennessee Highway Patrol will be doing an inspection on both buses. It's all to find out how this crash exactly happened, killing 2 children and 1 adult.
And we just ask the community to pray for the loss of lives.
An emotional day for all who have been trying to figure out how 2 Knox County school buses collided. Knoxville police investigators say a bus aide and 2 children in grades kindergarten through 3rd grade died. It was a woman and 2 little girls.
When something like this happens, it's tragic. It hurts, and it feels like we've lost members of our Knox County Schools family, and indeed we have.
Several other people on board both buses were sent to the hospital for their injuries. A very preliminary investigation shows that a bus from Chilhowie Intermediate School was driving eastbound on Asheville Highway. Then suddenly it made a left turn going over the median and hitting another school bus from Sunnyview Primary School. All 3 people who died were on that bus. Now, other information I can tell you is that KPD is still in the process of notifying families about the deaths. They will also be conducting tests for alcohol and drugs for both bus drivers. We're going to continue to follow this story as more develops. Live in East Knox County, Cameron Taylor, WATE, 6 on your side.
All right, thank you, Cameron. Other passengers in those buses are recovering tonight.
Knoxville police tell us 2 children and 1 adult were taken to UT Medical Center for treatment of multiple injuries. We just checked, and all 3 are in stable condition right now.
And Children's Hospital treating about 20 students from this accident. Their injuries ranging from cuts and scrapes and bruises. A spokesperson for the hospital telling us just before 8 o'clock tonight that all of those patients had been released. Well,
today's tragedy hitting many families tonight, and we're hearing from a little girl who was on one of the school buses as it crashed.
Continuing our team coverage, WATE 6 on your side reporter Kayla Strayer is live at the scene after witnessing some emotional reunions this afternoon. Kayla.
Lori, Jean, it has been such an emotional night out here. I was actually here earlier, the moment when one of the families found out that their little girl would not be coming home with them tonight. It was all they could do to scream helplessly. Many people out here were brought to tears. But I do want to say also that I spoke with a woman who was waiting to hear news of her daughter and then finally was reunited.
Just be calm and be patient with us.
As I arrived near the scene of the school bus crash, police were telling parents to be calm and patient as they read a list of names of children who were safe. Tara Sampson and her youngest daughter hug each other as they wait for news of Tara's 10-year-old daughter, Abby, who was on one of the buses.
It was very heart-wrenching. The phone call I got was, I hope I never get a phone call like that again in my life.
As
we are talking a bus full of kids pulls up.
Oh, here they come. Oh, I'm so excited right now.
Is that your daughter?
Yeah, I believe so.
I was there as Abby stepped off the bus into her mom's arms.
Yours is okay.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you're with her.
Abby says she was on the bus that did not flip over.
The bus driver was driving and there was a car in front of us and he was going fast and the car had stopped. So the bus driver like turned around or something and then there's a bus coming by and then it hit the bus and then
The other bus flipped.
Yeah.
After this emotional day, the family heads home to start healing.
Seeing her was great. I was just waiting. That's all I wanted to do was see her. Just happy to have my girl home. Now we're gonna go have some hot chocolate.
Yay.
Now, I did speak with a counselor who was out here tonight. She tells me the families and the children are handling this very well, but of course she says to be very patient with them and offer them plenty of compassion as they do try to move forward from this tragedy. Live in East Knox County, Kayla Strayer, WATE 6 on your side.
The Knox County schools tell us that those counselors will work with students on a case-by-case basis as long as they are needed.
You know, this tragedy also sparking a lot of conversation on social media. Some are pushing for safety changes when it comes to our school buses.
A Knox County student, just 8 years of age, deciding to write a letter. His mother posted it on Twitter.
We want to read some of that to you. It says, quote, "Dear government, buses have been crashing a lot. Some children have been going to the hospital and some have been dying. Now, you might think that buses are big and strong and can't crash, but they can." Then he says, "Can we start putting seatbelts in?"
He says, if you guys say no, it might not be that wise. I think you should say yes. Kids' lives are in danger. Thank you for reading this. Thank you.
It is signed Anderson Jones, age 8. Now, we looked into Anderson. He's a student at Bricky McLeod Elementary, and we visited with Anderson tonight. You see him there holding his letter. We asked him about the letter and why he felt moved to write it, and he tells us that he rides the bus to school and he wants everyone to be safe.
Well, I was kind of interested. Why did the bus driver wear a seatbelt when we couldn't? Because if the bus gonna crash, he would be fine, we wouldn't. And I just got kind of nervous about that.
Anderson asked his mom to help him send the letter to Dr. Jim McIntyre, the superintendent, and even to some political leaders.
I think he did a very good job writing that letter and sending it out to everybody.
Very well spoken.
Yes, he's getting a lot of attention.
The community is hosting a vigil tomorrow to remember the victims and their families.
It will be held at the Church Street United Methodist Church. That's at 900 Henley Street in Knoxville. The public is invited to attend.
We want to wrap up this information for you. A Knox County school bus crashing into another bus today, causing it to flip. It happened just off of Asheville Highway about 3 p.m. Buses are from Chilhowie Intermediate and Sunnyview Primary Schools. Those schools are closed tomorrow.
Now, as we reported, 3 people were killed. A woman described as a teacher's aide and 2 little girls, young students. The investigation still underway tonight. We hope to get more answers tomorrow.
Now, we're going to stay with this story for you, getting answers to this investigation.
We'll have the very latest on Good Morning Tennessee beginning at 4:30 a.m. and, of course, on our website, WATE.com.